Breaking news. A massive earthquake has just rocked Myanmar, shaking more than just the ground. This is urgent, and it's strong. While most of the world slept, Myanmar shook. A powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck inland, near Mandalay. Buildings have collapsed. Dozens are dead. Hundreds are trapped. But here's the kicker. No tsunami warnings were issued, and there's barely a whisper about this in the Western press. So what actually happened? And why does it matter to all of us? Let's break it down. First, the science. This quake hit deep inland, not under the ocean, which is why no tsunami hit. Tsunamis only happen when the sea floor is violently displaced. But you aren't get comfortable. Southeast Asia sits on one of the most active fault lines in the world. The Indo-Australian plate is pushing under the Eurasian plate, and Myanmar is stuck right in the middle. This isn't just one-off chaos. This region is overdue for more. Now, let's talk tsunami risks. If this quake had been just 300 kilometers further south or west, it could have triggered a tsunami stretching across the entire Bay of Bengal. Coastal areas in India, Bangladesh, even Sri Lanka and Thailand could have been devastated. And here's the worst part. Not all of those areas have working warning systems. Some would get minutes of warning, others nothing at all. But let's focus on the human cost. Hospitals are crushed, phone lines are down, roads are gone, and this is a country already dealing with civil war and poverty. These aren't just stats. These are real people with no clean water, no help coming, and no spotlight. In Bangkok, a 30-story building under construction collapsed. Just imagine working a job that doesn't even pay enough to bury you. So why does this matter to you? Sitting safe at home? Because this isn't just a distant tragedy. It is a stark reminder. The world reacts to disaster based on who is suffering, not how bad it actually is. And that's why I started this project, the Empowerment Stream, to look where the world won't, to give real people real knowledge and tools, not just fear and headlines. Let's dive deeper into the science. The earthquake's epicenter was located about 40 miles southwest of Mandalay, Myanmar's second largest city. At a depth of about 90 kilometers, it was a relatively deep quake, which is why the damage, while severe, wasn't as catastrophic as it could have been. But don't let that fool you. The energy released was equivalent to hundreds of atomic bombs. The fault line responsible for this quake is part of the larger Sagaing fault system, which runs north-south through Myanmar. It's where the Sunda plate meets the Indian plate, creating a zone of intense tectonic activity. This fault has been responsible for several major earthquakes in the past, including a 7.3 magnitude quake in 1956 that killed nearly 50 people. Now, let's talk about the tsunami risk. While we dodged a bullet this time, the threat is very real. The Bay of Bengal has a history of devastating tsunamis. In 2004, a 9.1 magnitude quake off the coast of Sumatra triggered a tsunami that killed over 230,000 people across multiple countries. If today's quake had happened offshore, we could have been looking at a similar scenario. The human impact of this disaster is staggering. In Mandalay alone, at least 50 buildings have collapsed. Hospitals are overwhelmed, with reports of patients being treated in parking lots. The death toll is rising by the hour, and thousands are displaced. In rural areas, entire villages have been cut off from aid due to landslides and damaged roads. But here's what really gets me: the lack of global attention. While we're bombarded with celebrity gossip and political squabbles, a humanitarian crisis is unfolding in Myanmar. And it's not just about this earthquake, it's about the ongoing civil conflicts, the poverty, the lack of infrastructure that makes disasters like this so much worse. That's why this matters to all of us. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that our world is interconnected, and what happens in Myanmar today could happen anywhere tomorrow. It's about understanding the science behind these events, being prepared, and most importantly, caring about our fellow human beings, regardless of where they live. So what can you do? Share this information. Educate yourself about earthquake preparedness, support organizations working in disaster relief, and most importantly, stay informed. Don't let the mainstream media dictate what's important. Look beyond the headline. Remember, knowledge is power. The more we understand about our world, from plate tectonics to geopolitics, the better equipped we are to face whatever challenges come our way. This earthquake in Myanmar isn't just their problem. It's a global wake-up call. If you're tired of filtered news and want the truth behind the noise, you're in the right place. Share this, save it, talk about it. The more we understand, the stronger we all are. Stay tuned for more updates. And remember, stay informed, stay prepared, and stay human.